Welcome to Gamersledge Podcast, the weekly podcast about video games with news, reviews, analysis, and opinion. Keeping you up to date on how to wisely spend your money for video games, movies, RPGs, comics, books, and more for over 16 years. Find us online at Gamersledge.com. And now, your hosts.
Hello and welcome to Gamersledge Podcast. Come on in, sit down and relax. Have yourself a bottle of Lee and Perrins Worcestershire sauce. It's not Lou and Perrins, it's Lee and Perrins. Because that worked last night and I thought it was funny, so we'll go back to it. It is sit down and relax. It is a conversation about video games, a look at what it means to be a hardcore gamer, a look at the video gaming industry, and a conversation amongst friends. Joining us this week, starting at, I am, of course, Mark. To my right, drinking his beer, it's Turo.
Hi.
And in the bottom left, Brady Square, we have Kate.
Hello.
And then we also have Matt in the bottom right.
Howdy.
And then let's see if Nick's paying attention. Kate, I'm going to swap you out.
Huh.
So let's see if Nick...
Whoa!
It's the magic squares.
That's rude.
We'll see if Nick actually... Nope, Nick hasn't figured it out. Or he got bored and left. So,
Hooray!
Kate, if you call back in, then...
His little
good.
Easter egg is still there.
Yeah. So, let's go around the room as we always do while they figure that out. Turo, what have you been up to this week?
Playing... No, actually working a lot. The games, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale. That's pretty much the only things that I play on my iPad and iPhone. And then
Pictures leads to shots. Shots lead to guitar.
shots lead to karaoke, which led to a guitar. Which, yeah, I don't know where it came from. I have an acoustic guitar now.
Do you even know how to play a guitar?
Yeah, I can play Scooby Doo.
Okay. Do you even know how to play a guitar?
No, I can play little theme songs and like we had to learn. This is pretty nerdy. It's pretty cool. Super Metroid, the Bryn Star level. That bam 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 bam. Yeah, I had to learn that on guitar. That was fun.
Awesome. Kate, how about you?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Dead or Alive Extreme 3 still. So I'm just kind of motoring through that. I'm at 83 hours now.
Motoring.
Put into the game. I'm playing a little bit of Final Fantasy Record Keeper. I got Ramza and Agrias, and I got their memory crystals.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been playing as much though. The Sailor Moon Drops game that I was playing got released in the Canadian store, Google Play Store. So I downloaded that and I've been playing it now in English. So
Nice.
And I also played a little bit of. Man, I love that game
Nice.
so much. I wish they'd make a new one.
How about you, Matt? What have you been up to?
I have basically the same two things that I've answered for the last how many weeks. Some Fallout 4 and some Tap Titans, and that's about it. I've been traveling this week, as you can tell by the lovely hotel artwork and decor behind me.
Cool.
The funny part is it looks pretty much like your house.
I was gonna say you picked a different wall. That's cool.
Kate still
It's like
assumes there's a pile of comics back there.
I take them with me everywhere I go. No,
you went to the Surly Brew Co.
yes, I did go to the Surly Brewing Company.
Man.
Made Turo super jealous yesterday.
Yeah. Hard. Like, I just got Surly cans, just a couple of them, and he's all like, oh, here's a picture of this from the tap and a picture of this from the tap.
And then a
check
picture
this
of
out.
the brewing.
Yeah, no, I would love to see things that I would like to go to and can't. It's awesome.
But yeah, so really, I did bring my Vita with me, but it hasn't left my bag since I've been traveling. So the plan was I was going to play Persona 4 because I've never dove into that, but Vita would actually have to physically leave my bag for that to happen.
Leave your freaking bag. It's so worth it, dude.
So yeah, but Fallout 4, I haven't started the first DLC pack yet. Both of my boys, and I guess they think else other than those two things though.
My list.
Well, the Miimoto thing.
Yeah.
I don't know that really counts as a game.
Miitomo. Let's get it right. So
Mitoto.
So Kate, have you checked out Miitomo yet?
No.
It's free.
For free?
Okay. All right. Turo, have you checked out Miitomo yet?
What's a Miitomo?
So
no, I'm kidding. I got it.
Good. Yeah, well, for people who don't know, Miitomo is the first
Don't tell him.
mobile game released by Nintendo, starring your own game. I have all these freaking game tickets, and I have no idea what you use them for.
That must be content that's coming.
I think it's content that's coming. The voices are hilarious. I will give it that much.
In the bad kind of way.
Yeah. Nick can't. Nick, did you read the email?
He's in Gmail like I am.
No, it's not
Or
so much that. I have a feeling he's not using Chrome, and it's not going to work. So, yeah.
I'm not using Chrome. I'm using Firefox.
Oh, Firefox works, but Safari and IE does not. So
who uses IE?
Yeah, well, lots of businesses. Lots of businesses. Yeah, and parents.
Well, grandparents now.
Yes.
Wow, generations.
So I've been playing Final Fantasy Record Keeper. I played the Final Fantasy 15 demo.
Oh, I played that too.
And yeah, wow, I see it made such a huge impression on you. It was Super Kingdom Hearts. That's what it was.
I felt like I was playing Kingdom Hearts.
I'm actually a little more not worried, but I'm wondering what they're doing because this one did not feel anything like the first one. The first one was really solid and good, and I liked it.
I didn't play the first one.
Yeah, this one was super Kingdom Heartsy as far as combat system. But I see what they're doing. That's a lot more fleshed out than the first one was, because the first one was a lot more, I would say, traditional Final Fantasy-ish.
I called it an action RPG.
It is. Yeah. But even so, it felt a lot like Final Fantasy VII in ways, the combat system, even though it was more of an action RPG. I really, really liked it. And when they did this one, this is a dream sequence, and it's one of those things where I think they may have changed the mechanics just for the dream sequence. Now, apparently, this will not be in the game. What you're playing through right now will not be in the game. However, if you finish the demo, you will get a summon from this to be used in the actual game, and you actually get to name him. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I will say that compared to the Rama summon in the first demo, this one's mighty underwhelming.
It's cute.
It's not nearly as cute as it should have been. He should have been like 70 stories tall cute, not...
That's not how Carbuncle is, though.
Yeah, oh, spoilers. No, it's fine.
Carbuncle's never been like that.
Really weird that he chooses to talk through the phone. That's the one. I'm like, why? Why even?
It's a dream.
Yeah, but why even do that? It doesn't even make sense. But okay, sure. You're a fox that talks through the tone. I guess we know what the fox
maybe he was unconscious because somebody dropped the phone on his head. So
it's very possible. I actually know it shows you that he's just asleep in the back of the car. So yeah.
Well, his dad talked on the phone.
What did his dad say?
Me.
Thank you very much. Yes, this is correct how this show should work. I approve of this.
It triggered in my head. I was like,
you know what? I actually have never heard that song, and I'm proud of it.
Oh, wow.
You of all people, Kate, would love that song. You need to watch the video. I
don't think so.
It is hilarious. Yeah. You know what, Turo? I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to watch it.
So yeah, beyond that, I
See if
managed
you can
to
get Nick in there.
play. Yeah, Nick, if you call in, you click on the open seat, and you should be able to. Dude is Turo is yelling at us about how we kicked him. It's fantastic. So yeah, I played The Division, which is not going to be the same game here after a short period of time in the next patch that comes out. Nick, did you click on call in? Click on call in.
Click on the button.
I'm amused that I have to do tech support for the actual programmer, but I digress.
Click on it now.
Yes, click the button. Press the button. Scary. Click the join call in circle.
Click the yellow red button.
Anyways, while we're waiting for him to do that, because I'll get a notification when that happens. Played The Division, and then I also played. There was something else I played, and now I can't think of. Played a little bit of Witness, and I think that's about it. All right. So that will then bring us to Nick, who can't join. Yeah, no idea, Nick. We'll keep trying, and we'll try it there. We'll get you in when we can. And in the meantime, for Kate, what does the fox say? I'm kidding.
No.
But we have two things that we do need to talk about. The first one is, of course, the Vive launched this week, and it basically met the same kind of reviews as the Oculus. It's a great first initiative. I think it's the better choice of the two, simply because you're going to be able to have the highest lowest common denominator, if that makes sense. Because everything is included out of the box with it. You've got the controllers, you've got the room set up, you've got everything you could possibly want. So, 15 trailer. I'm looking something up. Matt, you had some thoughts on it, I know.
Well, I guess it's just the funny thing is apparently we're reading the opposite articles, because I've read about 4 now that were pretty much it's not really ready for prime time. It's not that there's anything necessarily wrong with the tech, other than setting up the laser light show things can be tricky, difficult, and especially
those need to move. But the interesting thing about it, from the reviews that I was reading, is that you can actually trade. Like, for example, in my space here, you can't see because it's the wrong way, but I have a pretty wide open space, but I have a sofa between me and the TV about 10 feet away. You can trace the sofa, and it will then incorporate that in to my room area, so it will tell me when I'm getting close to the sofa or whatever, or I can just push the sofa back, whatever. I mean, I do have an ottoman that will have to move, but I think I have enough room to actually do it in here, but that'll be an interesting test. So
there saw stuff that some people, a couple of articles said the towers set up okay, and the other one said that they were the unborn spawn of hell to try to get set up. So it seems like your mileage may vary, kind of thing.
Yeah, most of the major review sites are not saying that I've read, like Polygon, Kotaku, and GameSpot, but your mileage.
Yeah, I've read the other Kotaku. There's 2 Kotaku ones. I've read the other one. The other thing's just that it has the most native VR option. So if that's the space we're in right now. There's no killer app. There's no real. I mean, short of Eve Valkyrie, I think was the only one that he identified. Now I didn't see the entire list, and even that one, there are a couple of guys I've been reading that are reluctant to even call that a full game because it's really, really short apparently. So it seems like the content is not quite there yet. for the price and the hassle of the setup for your average person, it seems like it's a bit of a thing.
Oh, it's not going to be for average people. I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Right. He basically said if you're a well-to-do tech enthusiast, okay, you're probably going to buy this to play with it. Even if you hate it, you won't care. Everyone else, it's kind of, you probably want to wait a while.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Nick figured it out. Thumbs up, soldier. Good on you.
This is painful. Don't use Microsoft Edge for this.
What the hell is Microsoft Edge?
No, yeah, that's basically the same as Internet Explorer. It doesn't work.
What did I say in my email? I said Chrome. Chrome.
Yeah, but Edge is the new Chrome, apparently.
No, it's not. It's Internet Explorer.
It's IE in a new wrapper.
It's IE in a new pretty wrapper, if that's what you're asking.
But yeah. It also does not support many of the HTML5 advanced functions that this nice little piece of software is built off of. So hooray!
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
battle.
So what have you been up to this week, Nick?
Okay, so I platinum Fallout. For anybody listening, I was able to get the settlement trophy with only one settler. If anybody wants to know how that happens, pop it in the questions. Let's see. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of, what's it called? Orcs Must Die Unchained.
Mm-hmm.
The open beta. Have we talked about that yet or no?
We have not.
Okay, because that is fun and stupid fun and addicting. So,
what is it for those that don't know?
So Orcs Must Die is getting in on this MOBA, and it's getting in on, it's just adding the Orcs Must Die element to it. So while you have your standard 3 lanes, they are now adding the whole minions and Orc Must Die element to that. So you summon orcs and minions to shoot against your opponent. And you upgrade them and you set traps.
So you're so very close to answering my question. For the people who don't know what the Orcs Must Die mechanism is, can you explain that?
Okay. So the Orcs Must Die mechanism is there is waves of minions come at you and they grow in strength over time. As these wave of minions comes at you, you are a hero and you have powers and abilities to help stop these orcs. You also get to lay traps on the floors, on the walls, and on the ceilings in varying sizes and types and everything. So the whole point of Orcs Must Die is you lay this ever-growing trap layout mechanism that will slowly help you kill these waves and waves and waves of orcs. Again, growing in size from basic minions to heavy bosses. They approach you at first from one spot, and they're small waves, and by the end there's like 4 or 5 locations they can come from, and they're all huge waves. And every time you kill an enemy, you get more gold to build more traps and everything. So it just gets bigger and bigger. So what Orcs Must Die Unchained has done is, what Orcs Must Die Unchained has done. I combined those. You see, I did it anyway.
I see what you did there.
They added that element. They took that element and they shrunk it down so it's a lot smaller. So now there's only like 2 or 3 places minions can come from. These both two separate sides. So you and your opponents will have these 3 or 2 points, and they can summon minions against each other. You can also lay traps against each other. You also have a hero which levels up and gains abilities and gains stuff based on your level, like a MOBA. It's very fun, and it's a free open beta, so please go and play it. There's no cost to you.
Nice.
So, super fun. Right now, they just switched up their people. So now they've got, it's a lot of mages, so long-range people, but still fun. I did the fire girl for a while now, and it's fun to just sit in the middle of a group of enemies and just pop something that does AoE damage and watch them all burn.
So, did you play anything else? Or is that?
Everyone else is figured out. And I've gotten some rare creatures. I pulled 100 tickets. If anybody knows what that is, I did a 100 ticket pull, and I only got one 5-star creature. Ah, that's stupid. So
Gee, why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah, I know, right?
it's like trying to pull equipment in Crystal Chronicles. I only got one 5-star. I wasn't even that good at 5-star. Anyway, so let's see.
Because it didn't have a question mark at the end.
That's exactly correct.
It's funny. So other than that, I've been playing here. I have that Square Enix game I started, Heaven Strike.
Mm-hmm.
I started playing that a little bit. If you were to quiz me on the mechanics, I wouldn't know what the hell's going on. But I know, hey, lay 3 people in a row, and I have 3 legendaries. I don't know. They're beaters. So, it's basically it. I'm currently moving from La Crosse to Milwaukee. So, it's like 90% of my time right now.
And are you in La Crosse or Milwaukee? I know the answer, but
yeah, I'm in La Crosse currently. This week and this weekend is packing time, and next week is we're going to go to Pizza Doctors. Neo will know what this is. We're going to go to Pizza Doctors. We're going to go to we're going to do all the things that are available in the area that aren't available anywhere else. So we're going to do Pizza Doctors, which you can make custom pizzas like mac and cheese pizza, Reuben pizza, shrimp pizza. They're amazing. Don't knock it till you try it. Mac and cheese is one of my favorites. So is Big Mac, and there's a lot of them. It's awesome. We're gonna go to the Rivoli, which is an old style like theater that's been converted into a movie theater with snacks and food and stuff. We're gonna do that. And to end off my little rant, we're gonna go to Myrick Park one more time, which is this huge park with a swamp behind it, and it's kind of cool.
Nice. It used to be a zoo.
Yep, it used to have a zoo built into the park, but that kind of cost too much money, and people are greedy. So
nice. Well, let's then move on to our other discussion topic that kind of happened live during the podcast that got eaten last week, which is all the information about Final Fantasy 15. Nick, you can swap in and out with Turo when I get back here.
Okay.
So if we now hit this, through the power of the internet, we can kind of talk about this as we go. So obviously this is the Final Fantasy 15 trailer that dropped last week. Let me say that we started to talk about the demo. It's really pretty. Would you agree with that? Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I've really been impressed with the graphics work that they've done. It's definitely impressive. There's still hair problems like every other game in existence.
Hair's the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, but I have to say that I was pretty impressed with how it looked. My wife was like, "Is this what the whole game is going to look like?" Because she's totally a graphics snob. She's all about the pretty graphics, and I'm like, maybe not exactly, but yes, it should look this pretty. Yes. Because she did watch me play the original demo and summon Rama, and she was pretty impressed with all that.
Titan looks so damn cool.
Titan looks like a badass. We haven't had Titan for a while, I don't think.
6?
Yeah, it's been...
7. He was in 7.
And then this is Florence and the Machine, which I totally would have never picked up on.
I agree. I never would have guessed that. And then I'm like, who sang that? And I'm like, Florence and the Machine? What the hell? All right, sure.
Because, yeah, they actually had an interview with her while I was watching the live stream right after this. They had an interview with her. So
yeah, why is it they always interview Florence but never the Machine?
I guess the Machine is just a little too much for folks, you know?
Yes, yeah. I am actually pretty excited. There's a behemoth.
Yeah. I'm seriously scared of how excited I am for this game because I'm just waiting to be let down.
well, so I remember the build up for 13 and I was so excited for 13.
I remember this.
And oh my God, when I was like at hour 25, I think they broke me at that point. And
you're still walking down the long cocoon hallway.
I'm like, oh my God, stop the world. I want to get off.
Now, there were several videos that were released during the same time because obviously they announced Kingsglaive, the anime one, which I can't think of what it's called right now.
Did anyone else watch the first episode?
I have
not
indeed
yet.
watched
I
the
haven't
first
yet.
episode, yes. So I did. This is about done. So we'll bring Turo back. Turo, go ahead and call in.
Well,
and
Nick
I'll,
said,
What summon do you
want
wanna
to
see
see
in-
in 15. So
Oh.
for me, man, this is a tough one, but I think an oldie but a goodie. I can't wait to see if they show us Diablo. We haven't had Diablo for
Diablo is-
quite a while. I think
Yeah.
that would be super great.
See, he didn't put the /Q in front of his, and he also didn't put a question mark at the end, so you should not be answering this question.
Oh, you're right. You know what? I'll go ahead and kill it. There it goes. Get out of here. Get out of here, non/Q questions.
What was the question?
Summon.
The question is, what summon do you want to see in Final Fantasy 15?
Oh, okay.
So
I'm-
Ooh.
I'm actually thinking Alexander, because with everything being as huge as it is, what would you possibly do for Alexander?
Oh, look, we have a question from Nick. What summon do you want to see in Final Fantasy 15? That's a great question, Nick. It's got a question mark on the end. It's got the /Q in the front. We'll definitely answer that. You know, I actually I was trying to show Lexi about the evolution of the summons, and so we went back to 7, and I showed her the clip that's got all of the summons back to back. You know, Knights of the Round Table isn't nearly as impressive as I remember it
No,
being.
it's not. It's
Aw.
just tedious.
Mostly
now.
now it's just long.
Yeah, it's super long.
I was
So
gonna say, like, which one would you? Because there's always like that one. Because in 7 it was Knights of the Round, in 8 it was Eden, in 9 it was,
now nobody played 9, so you don't have to really. Finish
What are
it.
these hands?
and 10.
Props.
Well, 10 was different. It didn't have like, because they fought beside you. It didn't have like the big sequence. But yeah, like which one of those would you want to see back?
Man,
Oh, Arc was 9.
Arc, yeah.
Mm.
Well, the one I'm probably most excited to see is how Neo Bahamut will destroy everything.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, we haven't
Is there
seen a
gonna be a
Bahamut.
Neo Bahamut though, or is it just Bahamut?
Well, I don't know. I just assume I assume you're eating the volume cube because it's actually backwards.
It's backwards.
You're
Yeah,
eating
you're-
the little
Oh.
volume thing. You're such a goofball.
God.
So yes, that's
I'd like to see Hades or Doom Train or something like that again, where it's just like, status ailments up
God.
the ass.
So I'm gonna ask a question because this would be amazing. What if
Yes, Doom Train.
Sephiroth was a summon?
Why?
Maybe the one-winged angel monster.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying.
What then? You could have like Kefka.
I would return my pre-order.
Nick says Doom Train for the win, and I would return my pre-order.
And it would just be like,
What's wrong with cashing out on success? I mean, if they do it right and do it well.
That's just
you're
weird,
gonna
though.
get your Sephiroth thing in Final Fantasy 7 anyway.
Yeah, well, what, in 9 years?
Yeah.
Who knows when that's going to be? Because all I want to see is the world-destroying summon. The cosmos-destroying summon. And that's not till the very end, which means probably 9 years from now. So,
Well, you waited how long for 15? You can wait 9.
Well, not very long for
a
15,
curse on
for the
your
first-
clan.
The first 5 years was Final Fantasy versus 13. So
That
so
is
we've only
true.
been waiting for 15 for like 2 years.
So we might as well get to the one news story that is related to this. Square Enix came out not long after their big hoopla of introducing this and said, "Oh, and by the way, we need to only sell 10 million copies of this game to break even and make it worth our
For
while."
every year of development.
Yep. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's go around the panel and give our predictions. Will Final Fantasy 15 sell 10 million copies? And if so, how long will it take them? Turo?
If so, yeah, it'll happen.
And how long?
When's it coming out?
September 30th.
Yep, September 30th of this year.
September. So by the it's like if it hasn't until Christmas, then like right after Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kick you and bring Nick back in. Kate?
I think it will, but it might take more than at Christmas time, because I think what's going to happen is it's going to sell consoles in Japan, but that's a big money sink. So it's not like people are just going to, buy 10 million PS4s at the drop of a hat, right? So that takes a little time. So I'd say about 6 months.
Matt?
10 million's a big number. I mean, that's pretty. I don't know. I don't think they can do it in less than a year. I really don't, because let's face it, it's not Kill of Black Ops or something of that nature in the current market. If they could do it in less than a year, I'd be very impressed.
Yeah, I'm going to chime in since Matt's going the negative route now at this point, because that's where I'm at. I think they'll sell 4 off the holiday rush, and then I think it's going to be a long tail for them. I think it's probably going to take another year and a half. So I'm guessing right around 1.5 to 2 years to actually pass the 10 million mark. I do think it will happen, but I think it's going to be a long-term game. I do also think that it will be a system seller, but I don't think it's going to happen immediately. The fact that it is launching on Xbox One as well is definitely going to help, because Lord knows the Xbox One needs some titles to actually
something worth playing. Yes.
Something. But yeah, Nick, what about you?
It'll hit 10. There's no question.
And how long?
It's got to have a few things to really hit that mark, though. If it wants to go big, like big, and combine the old with the new, they've done a great job with the fighting mechanic. So now they need to put some old back in there, which they kind of are. The summons are BA, of course. I was gonna vote for Doom Train, by the way. So thank you for mentioning it. I'm pretty sure as long as if they keep those summons in, like the old games had, if they have the stories long and engrossing, and if the world is as large as it should feel, if they have those 3 things and enough of them, they say they have 2 requests, that should be enough. You're Final Fantasy 15, whatever the big Uber version is, I'll buy 2, just because I want that demo so bad. I want proof that they're doing something.
So just to kind of cage us a little bit.
Get the collector's edition, though.
I know.
Just to cage this a little bit for folks, the Final Fantasy VII in all of its iterations has only sold a little over 11 million copies. So,
but I also think that that's been a diminishing returns kind of proposition. Yeah. Because I own the game, like 7 times now, and I'm the exception, not the rule. Most people would be like, I'm going to freaking quit after 1 and be done with it. But we're all a little obsessive since we're more on the hardcore gamer side of things.
Yeah.
Even my favorite. Yeah.
I'm considering buying a super badass PC gaming rig right now, and if I do, all I want is Final Fantasy 12 to be re-released for PC and console at that point. But we'll see.
That would be sweet.
It'd be super.
That would be so sweet.
So let's stay on the theme of Square Enix role-playing games and talk about a game that is not a Square Enix role-playing game, but actually is using something from Square Enix role-playing games. There is a game out in Japan right now called I Am Setsuna's, and it is, for all intents and purposes, the spiritual successor to Chrono Trigger in that it uses its exact RPG mechanic systems to allow you to combine attacks together to create multiple different outcomes. So, all your standby favorites like the X Strike, Double Cure, Fire Sword, Ice Sword, Antipode, Lifeline, their Omega Flare, they're all in there. So you can actually have multiple people lined up to combine their attacks to create a super attack, if you will. Delta Force,
Nice.
things like that. So it's actually scheduled for release in the West later
That was
this
nice
year.
pronunciation of scheduled.
Scheduled.
Scheduled. So yeah, I Am Setsuna is released in Japan on February 18th, and it's scheduled for release later this year. If the thing that I am a little concerned about is it looks like Persona 1 in terms of graphics. It's pretty far removed, so the characters are not as big, and the background/scenery do not look very impressive. Are the mechanics enough to get you to buy a Chrono Trigger type game, Kate?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Because I'm not as huge of a Chrono Trigger fan as some people on this group. I like it, but it's not it wasn't this huge. I didn't play it till I was an adult, so it wasn't a huge part of my growing up in gaming. So I'd consider it.
Okay. Nick, how about you?
Yeah. I mean, we've proven time and time again that graphics, though important, yes, they're not. Oh, how do I put it? They're not a key selling feature, even for me. Shovel Knight's a good example. Shovel Knight doesn't look great. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look
What?
astounding.
Shovel Knight's amazing. What are you talking about?
Shovel Knight, the game is amazing. Shovel Knight, the graphics, it's a 2D pixel art. There's nothing impressive about 2D pixel art. Period. I mean, it's very good looking. It works great for the game. It works great for the mechanics. But graphically speaking, the game is not above and beyond. Period. That's a fact. So when it comes to things like this, if the gameplay exceeds and is amazing, I don't care if it's black and white with horrible shading. Everyone's still going to buy it. Another good example, Undertale.
Mm-hmm.
Graphics are not the greatest on that game, but holy crap, does that have a following. So graphics not being a key feature, I'm fine with. But then if you do that, you need to hone in on your other aspects of the game.
Turo, what about you?
How do you have 5? Never mind. Sorry.
I don't know what's the number. What's 6?
6. How does it keep getting more?
It's props. Every time I mute somebody, it gives you props. And every time I unmute them, it gives them props. It's beta still, so there are.
You don't have to mute me. I can do this. Oh, wow! I'm famous.
Dang.
You are internet famous.
Damn, Daniel. I got it again with the hand claps.
All right, I'm muting him. There he goes. All right, so Matt, how about you? Tell me what you.
It's very interesting. I mean, I'm gonna have to, much like most things, I probably won't buy it right away, but it'll be one of those things on my list that I'll be waiting for to watch and keep an eye on. Because it's one of those things that ideally it looks good. I don't mind the graphics; it looks fine to me. But I think that Axiom Verge looks good in its own way too. So,
speaking of Axiom Verge,
hey, I set you up there.
Yeah, Axiom Verge coming to Vita on April 19th. Finally.
Wait, am I muted still?
No, you're not muted still.
Oh, wait, can I props myself? Oh, dang it.
If you want to do that, do it off air, please. Thank you.
Sorry. What was the question? I missed the answer question thing.
Oh, no, you weren't allowed to answer because you made a damn Daniel reference.
I didn't do that. That's just how I say things.
No, I don't think so.
That's just how I say things.
But would if there was a game that had Chrono Trigger mechanics but didn't look as good, would you still buy it?
Didn't look as good like regular Nintendo graphics.
No, it just looks like generic graphics.
Oh, I would
Like
still have fun with
modern
it.
3D, but
I would still have fun with it. Yeah,
Good.
it's not all about the graphics, bro.
Yeah. So, Matt, what do you have next?
I actually had one more Final Fantasy thing. We might as well, since we threw on there. There's been some clarification today on Final Fantasy VII Remake. And what we've found out is most sources are saying 3. There are a couple that are still not confirming or saying, but it looks like it's going to actually be 3 full-sized games. So when we were talking about episodic content, we're not talking about
Telltale The Walking
style.
Dead, yeah.
We're talking about a like Final Fantasy trilogy.
So basically taking one game and splitting it into 3 parts. They're basically making us pay for each
The Hobbit
disc.
trilogy.
Oh, I was going to say each disc of the so I just still don't understand how you do that and remain faithful to the original idea of the game. I mean, does that mean that you're going to be confined to one section of Midgard? How are they going to do that?
That much really we still don't know.
No, Matt, how are they going to do it?
I think the first
with
time
grace.
you go to Midgar, you actually aren't in Midgar that much in Final Fantasy VII.
Well, yeah, but
It would probably go to the end of Disc 1.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking, is that each game is going to be one of the discs for all intents and purposes. Does that sound appealing to you, Kate, or do you think...
Yeah, fine. It's fine.
All right. Nick, what about you? You've been
I'm gonna
silent.
play it anyway. Like, who are you fucking kidding?
Oh, I'm totally playing. No, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that when I watch the announcement from the Sony press conference, I still almost tear up every time I watch it.
Could you imagine if it was Final Fantasy VIII instead? Like, the puddle that you would be in on the floor?
I would be a hot mess. Because, I mean, even when I'm playing the stages on Final Fantasy Record Keeper,
Yeah.
I'm all like, yeah. So I totally would be a hot mess if it was 8. Maybe they'll do that next. I doubt it, but maybe they'll do that next. I'm just going to
That'd
keep
be
telling
awesome.
myself that, and I'll
Maybe
make
they'll
myself
release
feel better.
Final Fantasy 12.
Re-release HD.
No, I want them to
The
remake
International Edition.
it. Remake it.
No, they're remaking 8 before they remake 7. I'm sorry, or remake 12.
I want them to remake Tactics because now I've got a Jones to play Tactics.
I know.
again.
I played the Record Keeper level in Tactics. It was like,
Yeah,
"Ah,
and
I
I'm
should
like,
play, I should
damn
play
it.
more of the Lions.
I was like, maybe they'll give us a second Balthier character, but no. Alas, none. Nick, any thoughts for you on breaking up Final Fantasy into 3 full-sized games? What was once a full game?
It's gonna be hard because I mean, breaking it into 3 discs, they kind of have done that before. PlayStation and the 3 lovely discs that it was. I mean, if they have to, I mean, if they do it, okay. So if they do it like they originally did, where if you download all 3, you can go back and and they connect, like truly connect. I don't know. I don't think I'd have an issue with that because then it's one continuous story. They just need to break it into 3 parts. If they're still charging me 60 per, I'm going to be pissed. I'm not going to lie. I'm still going to buy them, but I'm going to be pissed.
Oh, you need to fully reconcile yourself with the fact that that is exactly what is going to happen.
Oh, yeah. And I understand in my heart of hearts that I'm going to be charged $180 for a game I already own. Right. On my PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and no, I don't have the PlayStation original, so almost PC. But yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I don't know.
Matt, you haven't weighed in.
It all depends on how they do it, right? I mean, if we already know they're going to be taking some liberties with it, so I would take that to mean other areas or new quests type
Well,
structures.
they're probably going to introduce things that happened in Crisis Core.
Right. So
into the main story.
I'm guessing we're going to get more content than was actually in disc 1. Having said that, Final Fantasy VII was a game you could easily spend in excess of 150 hours on. So, how grindy is it going to be? Or, how are the grinding options? There's lots of different ways they could go against this. The $180 game, I actually hadn't considered that concept yet. I was thinking it would be more like 30 per, so it'd be a total of 90. That could actually be a barrier for me. I mean, that seriously could.
I cannot fathom with, again, how long it's going to take them to do, the amount of fervor that there is for this. I cannot see them milking this for every penny they can get out of it. There is going to be collector's editions upon collector's editions.
Oh yeah, well the collector's edition for 15 is like what, $250 or something stupid like that.
It's gone, is what it is.
Well, that too, yeah. But.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw Turo into the hot seat here, and we'll cover our next one. Kate. There's a little game called The King of Fighters 14 that is coming up. They have confirmed that Geese Howard and Yo Sasaki are coming back to the game.
Okay.
Do you care about King of Fighters 14?
Not at all.
Sad.
Not at all.
Sad. For me, this is one of my all-time favorites. So, have you played any of the King of Fighters series? No. Will this get you to try it?
Probably not.
Oh, you're killing me. Well, we'll have to share play. We'll have to share play because you might change your mind. I don't know. We'll see. Sega is now publishing Atlas USA games.
Wasn't that a April 1st thing?
No.
That was actually a legit story? That came out on
Oh yeah, the acquisition
1st,
the acquisition happened a while back, and everyone was absolutely terrified that Sega was going to screw up the good thing that Atlas had going. However, it turns out that everything's fine, and that was more of a reminder because that actually came out on the 31st, not the 1st.
Oh, well, some of the first stuff came up late on the 31st, so that was all suspect too.
Now, Kate, I know that you are playing a little game that fixates on the female form called by the way, every time you say the name of it, you have to say it like in monster truck announcer voice, like they would have done on the old Sega commercials. He's got to be like,
"Dead or alive, extreme, me.
Exactly. That is exactly correct. You have to. But there's another game that just released a little while ago here in the States. It's been out in the East for a while, but it's called Black Desert Online. And if you've not heard of this, it is basically
character generator, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a character generator that you make people that look almost photorealistic, and most of their people spend time making the female form in there. But it has sold 400,000 copies in its first month here in the West, which is far above average for most MMOs. And they actually are pretty aggressive.
It's Korean, right?
It is a Korean MMO, and it's actually greatly improved from its first outing, and mostly positive reviews. So that's something interesting. I'm waiting to see if they try and port it to consoles.
I'd like it because my PC can't run shit. So
yeah. Matt.
Burp.
I know that you like to use remote play.
From time to time.
And I know that you are somewhere where maybe remote play doesn't work for you because you're far, far away. But you have a laptop.
I do.
So can you tell me what happened today?
Yeah, they dropped the PC and Mac app, so you can do remote play from your PC or computer, or Mac or computer, PC, laptop, whatever. Those two options.
It has wires and buttons.
Speaking of wires, yes, you do need to use a DualShock 4, which will need to be wired to your computing device. There we go. So the app is available now on, I'm not sure which Sony site. I haven't actually gone to download it yet, but you can download it onto your PC or Mac computing device. Linux is not yet supported. I don't know if it ever will be. I don't know why I said yet. And sounds like basically it works pretty much like Remote Play does on the Vita or from the PlayStation TV, which is really just a Vita. So, you know, it's an option where if you can get a good connection, you've got a good home connection, and you've got a good decent source connection. If it's a super twitchy game, probably not the right kind of game to try to play over the thing. You can make it work, but usually it's more your slower paced games that are going to have the better experience. So yeah, I didn't bring a DualShock 4 with me. Otherwise I probably would try it out. So especially at the other hotel, because they had a lot better internet.
And I just want you to know I really like this program because right after we were joking about it's got the wires and computers, I clicked a button to share the last 30 seconds so people can get that on Twitter and Facebook just for you, Matt.
Yay.
This is awesome. Every mistake we ever made.
I'm a computer.
Archived.
I'm a computery guy.
So
All of these things.
speaking of the different things that happened today, there was another big one, Matt, if you want to tackle it.
Which one? You got to give me a hint.
So the rest of that. Did we talk about the rest of 3.50?
Oh, 3.5 dropping. No. And honestly, when I looked at Sony's blog, the PlayStation blog, it seemed really underwhelming. It was like, wait a minute, wasn't there more to this than this? Okay. So there was the remote play.
Offline is everything.
Okay. Yes, that is very important to some. And apparently my phone just thought I said, okay, Ziggy to it because it just came alive. Yes, that was a Quantum Leap reference, by the way.
Thank you very much. But you need to make it so that it has the noises. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it's got to go.
I have a Ziggy app on my iOS. That's all I'm going to say.
But yeah, so there was the appear offline. There was the new group option where you could see where everyone in your group was playing, and you could jump in with them and launch the game if you own the game. Got busy being sidetracked about my phone coming alive for some apparent reason, and I forgot to go to the article. What other options were there?
You can launch into a game with your group. I don't know. I've been on the beta for so long now, and I couldn't use any of the features with non 3.5 users, so I kind of forgot about all of them.
All right, hold on. I'm bringing it up here. Then this is the one that was officially or was codename Musashi previously. So, oh yes, the friend online notification. That was the companion to the appearing offline one, or at least in my brain, they were kind of companion ones. This is the ability to control how you see others online. In the PlayStation 3 days, you'd get in a little toast pop up in your corner there, say that so and so is online, so and so is offline. PlayStation 4 dropped that, and there was enough of an outcry from sectors of the community that they wanted to give the option for you to be able to bring that back.
And you can also come on in stealth mode now too.
Yeah, and that's the appear offline. So I don't know. I guess I'm not popular enough that people bug me randomly while I'm doing stuff. So I've never been a need for me, but I'm guessing there are others that do. Scheduling events. This kind of somebody's playing with Ziggy.
Yeah.
The user schedule events. This plugs in with the events that came with the previous update so it's easier to schedule events for groups. Then the play together that they mentioned, the remote play, which supports Windows 8.1, Windows 10, OS 10.10, and OS 10.11, OS X 10.11. And that was all that they had in the. Whoa! What just happened there? That was weird. And that was all that they had in the blog.
And then do you have your notes about what dropped for PlayStation Plus this month?
I do not. I am woefully unprepared.
That's
Stand
all right.
by.
I've got it right here. Give me just 1 second. So obviously you've lost your chance to download the March games. Why is this doing this? This is really annoying. It pulls up the links, but then when I click on them, instead of opening them in a new window, it tries to get me to edit them. Open. There we go. So let's see. So obviously 6 new games this month, and those are Dead Star, Zombie, A Virus Named Tom, I Am Alive, Savage Moon, and I have to say this very carefully, Shutshimi.
What'd you call me?
Shutshimi. Do it now. Stop protesting. Yeah, no. So that's it. Dead Star is a shooter. Zombie is actually a Wii game, a Wii U game that was ported to other consoles. So you no longer need a Wiimote to play it.
And it's a first-person survival.
And I want to say it's Ubisoft, actually. I want to
It
say
is.
it's an Ubisoft
It is.
game. And then I know nothing about A Virus Named Tom, I Am Alive, Savage Moon, and Shutshimi.
Okay, Virus Named Tom is a puzzle game. This is a launch title along with Dead Star. So, whether or not you're thrilled with the type of games and all that, that's aside. I mean, Dead Star, this is its launch week, and it's free for Plus. And A Virus Named Tom is also its launch week, and it's free with Plus. So,
I still very much enjoy Plus, but I think I might be siding just a little bit on that bandwagon of these are a little underwhelming.
I've the last couple 3 months I have definitely become much more sympathetic to that cause. I'm not in full revolt mode or anything yet, but
right.
I Am Alive is it's actually a game that looked kind of intriguing from a ways back, but it never looked intriguing enough at the price points it was at in the store for me to actually buy it.
They actually talked about some of the numbers for Rocket League. Their initial budget for Rocket League was $2 million. They have since recouped $70 million plus from their $2 million investment. So the studio is rather happy, as you might imagine, with how Rocket League is doing, and they actually have 2 development team tracks now. One is continuing to raise content for Rocket League and keep it generating more money, and then of course doing quote unquote other large team. We have another large team compared to what it took us to build Rocket League in the first place, and it's more than we actually need to be all in on Rocket League to do almost everything we want to do to continue it. So he didn't share any specifics on what they're doing next, but he did say that they have quite a few ideas that they're looking to launch in the somewhat near future. But the fact that the game, $2 million budget, $70 million plus profit, that's pretty awesome for them. So.
Yeah, and you got basketball mode coming. And
yep.
You've got that game just doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. So
it's one of those games that the core gameplay is so much fun you can't. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, does everybody remember the whole Xbox 1.5 conversation?
No one even remembers the Xbox One, and it's in stores.
Oh, snap.
Oh, get out of here.
Got some cold water for that burn?
Yeah. Sick burn, brah.
Just don't say it too loud.
Xbox burn. Xbox burn.
So
did you say smolder or play Hulu?
Microsoft's Phil Spencer came out and said in an interview, I believe yesterday, I'm double checking that is the case. April 5th. So yes, yesterday. He basically pulled it's reliable and the servers are doing well. If we're going to go forward with anything, like I said, I want it to be a really substantial change for people and upgrade. So
I can smell his pants on fire from here.
no, what this makes me think is that they're probably going to release the Xbox 2 like in 2 years, as opposed to let this ride out for another 3 or 4. And they'll just, instead of doing a upgradable kind of console cycle, they will instead go the route of shorter dev times.
So was this the article? And I'm getting confused because they were the first one to come out with the article about the modular upgrading
Correct.
of the Xbox One. And then they came out and said, not only no, but hell no, right after the whole PS4K rumor started coming out. And this was the recant of the hell no.
Correct.
Right,
So
okay.
basically, this is the recant of them saying we're not gonna do that. You know, we're not gonna make it so you break open your console and start upgrading individual pieces of your console. That's not our plan. And then he was all like lovey about it. He's like, there's something special about what happens with a console. You buy an appliance-like device, you plug it into your TV, it works when you plug it in. It's not like I'm gonna ship out a screwdriver set with every console that comes out. And now, this is the part that makes me think that I'm on the right track. What I'm saying is as hardware innovations happen, we want to be able to embrace those in the console space and make those available and maybe not have to wait 7 or 8 years for things to happen. So to me, it sounds like they're going to super shorten the console life cycle so that they can...
Backfire on them, though.
It could.
Because, like, it's been... I mean, I know consoles don't have that long of a lifespan, but that would be a really short lifespan.
But I can't, if Sony actually does come out with the PS4K, even though we now know that it's not like a separate development track or anything uber surprising other than a 4K upscaler, if Sony does this and Microsoft doesn't respond in kind somehow, it would be very odd for them to allow that to happen. So
they're already failing miserably anyway, so.
They are.
Sorry, Turo, but it's true.
That's okay.
We still love you,
wait.
Toro.
That's okay.
Except when he plays games he promised to play on PS4 on Xbox.
Yeah, no doubt. What the heck, man?
I did play. I'm still level 1 on the Xbone.
Matt.
Yo.
You like Rock Band?
I do.
Kate, do you like Rock Band?
No.
Turo, you like Rock Band?
What's a rock band?
Where's Nick?
He left. Unfortunately.
No, I have 3D glasses.
Rock Band's name should actually be Worst Neighbor Ever Simulator.
Well, Kate doesn't like Rock Band, and it looks like PC gamers don't like Rock Band either.
Ouch.
Basically, Rock Band 4 launched a FIG campaign. FIG, if you're not familiar with it, is the crowdsourcing platform that's co-owned by Valve that you can actually invest in a game and earn a return if you are a certified investor in the United States. You can also do the Kickstarter donation type thing as well. They were looking to bring Rock Band to the PC, and it only made it to 750,000 of its $1.5 million target. So
whoa,
it does look like Harmonix may have some alternate funding plans in place, because they did say that there would be a update posted after the campaign ends. But they said we want to thank all our supporters, and we'll have another update after it ends and all that good stuff. But that's it.
Is Rock Band 4 even selling that well on console?
They had, let's just say they had a few layoffs. Both teams, Guitar Hero and Rock Band, have laid off individuals from the studios. They have not been nearly the strong sales that they were hoping for. Now, Rock Band, I think, is still the better option because it's a platform that they just keep expanding through downloadable content, whereas Guitar Hero, you pay the monthly cost for tokens to get access to certain rooms, etc. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but yeah. So yeah, and then Mad Catz, of course, is now financially kind of tied their boat to Rock Band, and they had several layoffs, and their executive team basically all quit once the first financial report came in. So not going as well as they wanted to.
And they've broken ties with Harmonix now.
Oh, did they? I did not see that.
Yeah, they picked up a new developer for hardware. We're not remembering the name off the top of my head, but yeah, they are basically selling off the existing Mad Catz stock, and Mad Catz will support the Mad Catz peripherals, but they are no longer the official hardware partner for Rock Band 4.
I still need to get another guitar at some point.
Yeah.
I just give me a night to drink and I'll get you a guitar. It might not be Guitar Hero or a Rock Band guitar.
That was such like a fad genre, like the Guitar Hero Rock Band, and them trying to bring it back. It's like trying to bring back the hula hoop.
It was mainstream, and I am
fads are mainstream.
Yeah, but I think why I like it so much is it's one of the few times that social gaming is actually realized. When you have a bunch of friends over and your friends aren't idiots and actually do what they're supposed to do in the game, you're rewarded. Yeah, it's almost magical. And I have yet to see another game give that kind of payoff. So that's for me why I continue to invest in it. Although they haven't released any songs that I want basically for the last 3 months, so that's why I haven't.
There have been some good ones in there.
Not the mainstream stuff like they were cranking out the first go round.
Well, there have been a couple of, and again, they may not be the genres that you're interested in, but there have been a couple of current packs. I think they're actually called What's Current packs or What's Jamming packs or something like that. But anyway, my kids were very excited about them. So, but yeah, the Rock Band platform is still fun. I mean, for as a family game, I just wish there were 5 things because somebody's always sitting out at our house. I
just don't like it because I'm anti-family.
There you go. That's probably exactly it.
That's possible.
And as long as we're on the topic, the April update does fix one of the glaring flaws with the game. Set lists will finally be included.
Oh my God! Finally,
set list when I think it's supposed to drop by the end of this week. The April patch. So
that is fantastic. I would like to see that, and I still want multiplayer. Damn it.
Yeah, online multiplayer is still not a date announced anything yet. So.
Well, set list will go a long ways because I like the new feature for voting on stuff, but I want to be able to create a set list of songs I want to play.
Exactly. Yeah.
Period. That's crazy.
So that's good that that's coming in.
So we've got like 3 division updates. So the first one is they've identified the cause of the game-breaking backpack bug, which basically locks you out of your account and does not let you play the game forever until they fix this bug.
Oh wow! I didn't realize it was that bad.
Oh yeah, no, it's like you're done playing this game. Period.
Oh, I thought they just lost your gear for you.
No. So apparently, if you get a gold backpack and you fill it full, and there are items in the backpack that have mods on them that are not equipped in your primary or secondary slot for weapons, it can try to unload the weapon and put the mods in the backpack. It goes, wait, there's no more room in the backpack, and oh, by the way, you're no longer playing this game.
So it disassembles
all the mods. It disassembles all the mods in your non-equipped items that are in your backpack. And because you now are in a state in which you have too many things for a backpack, it's
a stack overflow.
Yeah, it's a stack overflow. and you just can't log into the game anymore.
What?
And the crazy part about this is there were people week 1 getting this bug.
Oh,
And
wow.
so they have not been able to play this entire time.
No, disassemble number 5.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you could. Oh crap! I was gonna say they could just restart another one, but after a week and already getting a gold backpack, come on. I mean, it's just another week. You'll get another gold backpack.
Well, no, you can't
Just-
play at all to get in to do anything with it.
You can make multiple profiles though.
Yeah, you probably
Multiple
could do
characters.
no, I think you can't even do that.
Can't even boot the. Can't even
I
boot
think
into the-
Seriously?
yeah, I think the game errors out as you boot. So the other profiles thing is an interesting idea. You might be able to make a new PSN or 360 or Xbox One profile and try to boot that way,
Ew.
but you would obviously lose all progress. But yeah, so anyways, that's a big deal. And the crazy part is they're like, yeah, we don't have a ETA on fixing it, but we know what's wrong, so don't do this. And so I'm breaking down every single item that I get pretty much instantaneously. Where's the other one? They
There's
are
the baseball article.
the what?
The baseball article.
What baseball article? For the division?
Yeah, 2 strikes and you're out.
I don't
I
know.
guess that'd be softball.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, PC. It's a PC version, but not because the exploits that people are using aren't available on consoles. But Ubisoft is adopting a 2 strikes and you're out on cheaters on the PC version of Division.
Good. Yeah, they have to do something about that because that's crazy for PC players. They also announced a ton of updates. So first off, they are initiating the raid next on April 12th,
Which are called incursions.
which are called incursions, and it's supposed to be the challenge difficulty times 10. And if you talk to John or I when we first started running the challenge modes, we were pretty much swearing nonstop because the game was impossible. So this will go right back to that circumstance, it seems, when that happens. There are also now challenges, daily challenges, which is kill 10 of X, leading us back to that conversation we were having in the chat about how MMOs don't do anything new. You'll be able to trade with other players now. And look, they're only a year ahead of Destiny on that because Destiny still can't do that. And they've also announced that there will be Dark Zone supply drops that are not contaminated that everyone in the zone will be, including the NPCs, will be fighting for. So picture it this way. You'll be in the Dark Zone and you'll get a notice on your map and some heads-up display, or you'll hear something that there is a supply drop going on. And the supply drops will have the cream of the crop of items and weapons and manufacturing gear and all that kind of stuff. So all the players are going to go fight over this, but so are the NPCs. Apparently all the NPCs that are anywhere near the zone will also go and try and get the goods to keep it away from the players. So it's going to be basically a huge cluster, is what I'm getting out of this.
Wow. Is there? Well, I was gonna say, is there like a time thing going on?
My guess is yes.
It would have to be. I figured.
They have also dramatically changed how the Dark Zone works. A lot of the things that used to cost Phoenix credits now cost Dark Zone credits, which is smart because I've got like 160,000 Dark Zone credits with nothing to spend them on because you need Phoenix credits for all the good stuff. So they've changed that. They've also added a new Dark Zone bracket. So there's now a gear score just like Light in Destiny. And so if you have a gear score of X or higher, then you will go into a separate instance of the Dark Zone. They also lowered all the requirements to buy things in the Dark Zone. So now purple items, you can buy them at Dark Zone rank 15 instead of 30. Gold items that are level 30, you can buy at rank 25 instead of 50. and high-end level 31 gear, you can buy at rank 40 instead of 50. And then they nerfed crafting to hell and back. It now takes 15 blue items to make one gold item, which means that you are the dark zone actually becomes very important and relevant again, because you're gonna have to farm purples in the dark zone in order to be able to do any kind of crafting.
Cool.
Is the short of that. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it the first time I went through it. They are introducing the fix for the backpack bug in this as well. And
so people can start up after.
So people
they
can
haven't
start
been
up
playing.
again. Yeah. So that drops April 12th, and should be very, very interesting. Yeah. Matt, what else do you have? Anything?
Well, I have a couple little less things. One, Telltale tweeted a picture today. They've got more projects going than anyone can keep track of, but they tweeted a picture today with the quote under it: "Have you ever had a nightmare that never ended?" Dun, dun, dun. So apparently they're getting ready to announce a new game. Based on the image, I have no idea if it's an existing IP or a new IP. I think maybe only he can do it because he's got the
drop it
because he's the kind of owner of this. But let me see.
Drop it in the fourth thing.
Trying to.
Drank.
Where it says drop in any link here.
Yeah.
Whoa, no! Oh, okay.
That's hilarious.
I was like,
he killed himself. Oh no, I can't.
What do we do?
Oh, I've lost my picture permanently. That's no good.
Let's talk about sports.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So.
Okay, can you hear me? Though?
Sad.
Okay, well that
baseball season
didn't work.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, can you hear me or not?
Not back. Am I facing him?
That means we can still talk about sports.
Am I facing him or not?
No, you're looking the wrong way.
Dang it! Everything's backwards.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so
I
what am I? So I grab the thing, I put it here, I drop.
Okay. Oh, what? I can't call back in. How do we invite you?
Because
I can click that.
Streaming.
Oh no! What does a star do? Oh no, that doesn't do it.
Can't you just come back in? You can't.
No.
Because I'm streaming.
The XSplit
Post the link her.
Takes over my webcam.
We broke it. We finally broke it, guys. The beta is broke.
I should
get that works.
Oh snap! I shouldn't have left. And Mike.
Okay, well, anyway, that didn't work. Whenever I tried to put it in the thing, it just took over my browser. Which anyway, it's a picture. Appears to be inside of a car with what looked to be scratches and blood on the windshield. A kind of Neanderthalic-looking human figure on the other side. So,
yeah. Don't click on the link because then you'll have two voices. It's stereo. Oh man! So how do we get you back on here?
You don't.
I don't know that we can.
You don't.
Hi, Sandeep.
So, do you have mail or anything?
Mail.
I think I do. Standby one. The only other story was.
Oh yeah. Okay. We'll continue it and. Will it still?
The only other story. Well, it should still stream, and it should still. I don't know. Is this still recording or not?
It's still recording, but I don't know.
He's talking to us.
Yes, and yes. Okay, awesome.
All right. So the only other story was the king is dead. Long live the king. The PS2 is officially no longer supported games. Final Fantasy 11 servers for the PS2 version of Final Fantasy 11 have gone down for good. So the PS2 is officially now a defunct system. I mean, obviously, if you still have a functioning PS2, you can play all the single player games you want.
It's a tarp.
It's a tarp, yes. But that brings up a sad point because the voice of Admiral Akbar died.
Oh gosh. I was drunk when I read that, so I could have easily not remembered that weeks later.
All right, so let's see.
Man.
What was reader mail? Reader mail was okay. I don't know what Mark was going to do with this, but
Uh-oh.
I don't even want to read this because I'm scared of what Turo might do.
I am excited.
Boss Gamer 1987 asked, "Where do babies come from?" Since he's not specific, I don't think we can actually answer this question.
They come back from buttons and wires and like crisscross and the baby. There. You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Because the baby what's come from, they can come from all kinds of different places. So
the button did all sorts of things.
Yeah, exactly. 22 Link 22, our good friend.
For internet signal. Hotel internet.
Prawn. So 22 Link 22 asked, should Mortal Kombat include Marvel characters like how they did at MK versus DC universe?
No, it'll never, because there's a certain thing that everyone's like, oh, X character should be in Mortal Kombat.
No.
The creators of the character have to agree that it's okay to see their character getting eviscerated. Marvel will never be okay with that.
Whoa, what happened?
What happened? Oh. What are you doing?
Apparently Mark can still insert videos.
Oh, cool. Wait, did Baraka just rip out her boobs? Baraka just ripped out Catwoman's boobs.
So this is Mortal Kombat versus DC, obviously.
See, though, the fatalities are super tame compared to what they usually are.
When did this happen?
Yeah, see, that's not a fatality.
He shot him a bunch of times.
It's not a fatality, though. Have you ever seen a fatality before?
Yeah. They call it a fatality, but it's not really. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm sure if they could get Marvel to agree to the license, it would sell a ton of games, right?
Well, the thing is, Marvel won't even agree, because since Disney owns Marvel now, it won't even agree to Marvel versus Capcom anymore.
That was lame.
And that's a thing that existed.
Right.
So is this fan made?
No.
No, this is a game.
I just wish she would stop playing this, because that game was awful.
What was this? I don't even know this.
Mortal Kombat
versus DC. That wasn't that long ago either.
I'm really glad I stayed away from it.
I know, it's awful. I wish Mark would.
Wait, it was when Darkseid and Shao Kahn were... Oh, man. That was a long time ago. They became Dark Kahn or something. Or Shao Side. I don't know. I remember.
So I can stop it on mine, but I think it keeps going in the stream.
Yeah.
Or no, I guess I can stop it.
All right.
But yeah, it's
there's two sides.
Yeah, like
wow, just went digital.
But yeah, Marvel will never agree to it because, like I said, they won't even agree to continue on with Marvel versus Capcom.
Yeah, so
like
it's
a legitimate thing. People still play the hell out of those games, so it'll never happen.
Weird seeing Leatherface at MK.
Yeah. So thank you to 22 Link 22. Any of the people that have joined in, we have a few viewers going on, I think, here. Sandeep or lost the other guy's name. Desu.
Cool.
If you have any questions, you want to type them into the thing quick, we can give you a sec and we'll discuss them quickly. Otherwise, we'll start with our cleanup here and closing in a minute. What?
No pun.
No pun. We can do a punless extra.
Yay!
Gamer's Ledge, i.e. Mark, has asked, what's the next game you are up to? But it is
Without
not
a
a valid
question mark.
question because there's no question mark.
Oh no, there will be a joke. No, there won't.
No, there won't. We just can ignore you.
Oh no, there will be a joke. No, there won't. Oh wait, you already said that. Oh, you deleted it.
It's TARP.
Okay.
Well, I'll go ahead and answer it anyway. My next game will be Ratchet and Clank, which drops next week on the 12th. I will actually stop playing Fallout full time to beat the loving crap out of that game. And God's willing, there will be a platinum in my future from that game.
Nice.
The platinum list, actually, the trophy list
for
is
the
actually
golden rhino.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank has an exclusive place in my playlist where it gets played as many times as it takes to get all of the whatever the game had when they were secrets or achievements, or they weren't called achievements, I forget what they were called, points, or trophies. So
what if it was like, even if it's get all the weapons in golden format?
Yeah, I had to do that for one of them. So yeah,
wow.
It is one of the few games I will play infinite. One of the few games period that I will play multiple times.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, and then Dave, I know he's all over that stuff too. He will actually play a game because it has Ratchet and Clank. So
wait,
Turo?
Both of them are going to be in this game?
Both of them.
Oh my gosh.
We even get Captain Quark for free.
Oh, nice. So, Quantum Break came out Tuesday, and I have not bought it yet because I am dumb. But I'm going to buy that either tonight or tomorrow. My day off is tomorrow. But the next main game that has not been released yet will be Ratchet and Clank as well, because I had some of the funnest times playing that on the PS2.
I'd say Ratchet and Clank as well.
Wow.
I didn't want to sneeze really loud in the microphone, so I had to do one of those like hold in sneezes. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank, but I won't be getting it right away because I'm still sinking so much time into Dead or Alive Extreme 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not playing anything else.
And Mark, of course, is looking at the latest Slam Your Junk in the Door simulator, also known as Dark Souls 3.
I saw a recap of the retelling of the story of the Dark Souls thing, and my goodness, Kingdom Hearts story is convoluted, but it kind of has a meaning purpose. And Dark Souls is like fire, smoke, fire, dark, over and over again, fire, dark. It's like, cool, I like that story.
Fire bad, fire bad.
Yeah, when fire bad, dark come out. When dark come out, fire good, but fire bad, and then dark good. And I'm like, cool, good job on the storytelling, Dark Souls, bravo. And I know Mark is going crazy saying, no, there's so much more to that than just that. It's the pre-thing and the dragons and
the social dead notes from dead people and
the dying over and over again. It's so much fun. Oh, what do we have? What did one wall? Oh no. What? Oh. What did one wall say to the other?
No, don't even.
Oh, is that his pun?
That's his joke.
Oh.
And you
don't even look at it. My hands.
Meet you at the corner.
You shouldn't have even said it.
That one was actually funny. That one was actually funny. It made me giggle.
And how much money did he pay you to do that?
He even got success.
Nothing.
Stupid man.
Come on, you should have held out for at least $1. Come on.
I didn't. I was like, what did he say? I didn't know that was the. I've been drinking. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh.
We can welcome this person. We'll welcome Queen D, I
think.
Hopefully
this all worked and we actually have a podcast to post. I was just on our YouTube page. 198 is back. Episode 198 has mysteriously appeared from the ether.
Seriously?
Apparently some bored Google engineer fixed it for us.
He was like, wait. Oh, yeah.
had a few minutes of his day free and decided to do it. So we will be posting both 198 and 199. I don't know if that means we're going to have a 199-2 still, or if that makes next week 200. So we'll have to see. We might actually have to wait an extra bonus week to get to episode 200, but we will be having our milestone 200th episode of Gamersledge podcast.
In 2 weeks.
The original listing was 2 weeks, but if we have 189 or 198 back, it's kind of up to the boss man what he wants to do.
Can we have 2 of them? Because it's 200 episodes, so let's have 200.
200-1 and 200-2. Yeah, there you go.
Why not?
They did it with Final Fantasy 10 and 13. So,
yeah.
All right. So don't forget to like and subscribe at Gamersledge on YouTube /Gamersledge, Facebook /Gamersledge, Twitter /Gamersledge. I'm pretty sure. You can email at both99@gamersledge.com for comments and questions and suggestions. Or is it gamersledge@gmail.com? I think both of those work. So knock yourself out.
Wait, final thoughts. We have to do final thoughts.
Yes, final thoughts. Let's see. And then there's Pinterest and other things that I don't ever pay attention to.
At Gamersledge. Just put in at Gamersledge on everything and you'll find
look
it.
For Gamersledge on whatever it is, and we're probably there. And hopefully one of us will get a notification that it happened.
Oh, YouTube at Gamersledge / youtube.com/Gamersledge. Like and subscribe.
I already said YouTube and like and subscribe. I said that already. Jeez. No lull.
Okay, fine. Subscribe and then like it.
Final thoughts. Kate.
I still hate Turo for making sure that still happened.
That was actually funny. I like that one. That or is the alcohol? Was it the alcohol?
It was the alcohol.
Damn it.
We could have gone a week without one of those stupid things.
It was not as bad as the past year and a half.
It was. In his defense, he's right. It wasn't that bad, but still, we could have
said it in my voice this time, so it was funnier, right?
No.
Ah, dang it! Okay.
He keeps doing things.
Yeah, I know. Okay. YouTube at Gamers.
Yeah, I gotta read. I'll read the right URL. I forgot their YouTube URL.
Oh, youtube.com/c/gamersledge.com.
Yeah,
but spelled out .com. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. So, final thought. Hardcore Henry tomorrow. Do it. Yes.
I think that of all the movies that have caused people to run out of theaters puking their guts out, this is going to be the worst.
That never ever bothers me.
Sadly, James, you're joining us right at the end of our broadcast here.
But if you have any quick questions, go for it.
If you have any quick questions, we'll go ahead and knock it out.
I'm so excited for.
Well, I was just going to say we are on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Central time. That's North American Central Time. If you're in some other place that also has a Central Time. But yeah, I just the trailers. I'm looking at the trailer for Hardcore Henry, and I'm thinking there are going to be so many people puking in the theaters. Hopefully, they got the big bucket of popcorn.
I don't even know why people even get seasick and motion sickness because it's never happened to me. I've never had any problems.
Well, for those of us who are prone to it, it's basically generally it's an inner ear thing. Some of our inner ears don't handle that as well as other people.
By the same thing, I could say I don't understand why people get blue balls because I've never had it.
Your
argument is stupid, Turo.
Instead of the XX,
not exactly. I was kind of legitimizing his.
You got an XY, so that's science right there.
Science, bitches. All right, Turo, shut up.
Hardcore Henry, go watch it. Throw up and keep having fun.
All right. Our YouTube is www.youtube.com/c/gamersledge.com, all one word for that last portion there. We also, final thoughts, just Ratchet and Clank. And I need to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because apparently this week's episode was amazeballs.
Oh my gosh, it was.
I already gave my
Kate had her final thought. I'm not totally sucking at this thing. Come on. So with that, I would like to bid everyone a fond farewell, and we will see you next week for our maybe 200th episode, maybe pre-200th episode. But we'll figure that out. So until then, game on.
Game on. Bye.
Game on.